Hello guys, welcome to Hacker Zone. Today we are learning about basics of ethical hacking and types of attacks. First, what is hacking? Hacking refers to an array of activities which are done to intrude someone else's personal information space so it is used for malicious or unwanted purpose. It is also refers to unauthorized access, manipulation, exploitation of computer systems, which can range from gaining access to sensitive information, disrupting systems, spreading malware. It is also causing financial and reputational harm. Hacking is a term used to refer to activities aimed at exploiting security flaws to obtain critical information for gaining access to secure networks. Okay, here are some basic hacking skills we have to learn. First, learn how to program. It is a fundamental hacking skill. If you don't know any computer languages, you can't do hacking. Okay, at least one of the programming language you must have to learn, like proficiency in operating systems like Linux and Windows, knowledge of network fundamentals and common vulnerabilities, some familiar with programming languages such as Python, social engineering tactics, and also some of the experience in penetration testing tools like Metasploit and Nmap. Okay, like Python for scripting and automation, SQL for database manipulation. Learn how the how to use the World Wide Web and write HTML. First, we have to think how the World Wide Web and HTML are used in hacking skills. World Wide Web is for discovering web vulnerabilities. HTML for manipulating web-based attacks. Okay. Next, what are the pre-measures of hacking? When you start hacking, the first thing you need to do is to make sure that victim will not find out your real identity. So that what is alternate method for that? That is hide your IP address by masking it using an anonymous proxy server. This is the only effective when the victim has no knowledge about computers and internet. But some of the organizations like FBI, CIA, and such will find you in no time. So beware of that. Be careful. The best thing to do is using a dial-up connection that has a variable IP addresses. So be smart and be careful when you are signing up for internet dial-up connections. Use a fake name and address, not the originals. Okay. When hacking, never leave traces of your hacking attempts. Clear all the log files and data files and make sure that you are not monitored by anyone. Okay. So use a good firewall that keeps you from hacking a relation of hacking attempts of your victim. What is IP address? IP address is unique identifier for communication purposes. Okay. Every system connected to a network has unique internet protocol address which acts as identity on the network. All data sent to received by all systems will be addressed from or to the system. An attacker first step to find the IP address of the targeting system. When you are targeting in someone's systems, your first step is to find out the IP address of a victim or targeted system. Okay, IP addresses. How can we find IP addresses? There are remote IP addresses can easily found out by following methods. There are four methods are there: through instant messaging software, through internet relay chat, through your website, through email headers. How can we find IP address through all those things? I will explain each and everything from each for each pressure. Okay, how can we find IP address from instant message software? By inspecting the message headers or using built-in tools for connection analysis. Okay, how can we find IP address from internet relay charts? By using who is slash username or IP slash username. And third is all of them know through your website, your own website. You can find your IP address when they are using through email headers also by examining the received or using show originals or view source option in victim's mail. I think you understand well and good. And next, finding an IP address via instant messages. If you are chatting on messengers like MSN, Yahoo, then the following indirect connections exist between your system and your victim systems. But I have mentioned different systems, but victim systems are your friend systems. That when you message him through messenger like MSN, the chat server sends the message to friend system. Okay, and you will get return message from friend system through chat server. You can get it. Okay, in this case, you have to establish a direct connection with your friend's computer, like what by sending him a file using the call feature like that. Then go to MS DOS or the command line and type c slash netstat iphone n. Okay, this command will give you the IP address of your friend's computer. Okay, finding an IP address via your website. One can easily log IP addresses of all visitors to the website by using simply Java, Apples, or JavaScript code. That when you are doing that, please take the measures. One should serve the internet through a proxy server, like anyone can identify your real identity. Okay, one can also use the numerous free anonymous surfing proxy services like that. Do you have any, when you are using any proxies like that, they can easily find out you. General hacking methods. When a typical attacker works in the following manner, first thing you have to do is identify the target system. Okay. Next, gather information on the target system, like information of the target system. Okay. Finding a possible loophole in the target system by sending files or by sending links through your website, like that, as I explained previous slide. Okay, exploiting the loophole using exploit code. You have the unique exploit code for exploiting that loophole. Okay, removing all traces from the log files and escaping without a trace. Like when you establish your exploit code in the victim systems, you have to clear all the log files. Okay, without tracing your real identity. Okay, various types of attacks. There are some type of attacks like denial of services that we call as DOS attacks, threat from sniffing and keylogging, Trojan attacks, IP spoofing, buffer overflows, all other types of attacks. Here are some we can discuss like DOS attack and Trojan attack. DOS attack. DOS attacks are aimed at denying valid, legitimate internet and network users access to the services offered by the target system. In other words, a DOS attack is one in which you clog up so much memory on the target system that it cannot serve legitimate users. There are numerous types of denial of service attacks or DOS attacks. Okay, Trojan attacks. Trojan attacks acts as a remote administration tool, which allow remote control and remote access to the attacker. You are at your home and you can control remotely attacker systems. Okay, the server part of the Trojan is installed on the target system through trickery or disguise. This server part listens on a predefined port of connections, and the attacker connects to the server part using the client part of the Trojan on the predefined port number. Once this is done, the attacker has complete control over the target system. Some of the detections and countermeasures you have to take before Trojan attacks. Port scan your own system regularly. If you find a regular port open on which you usually don't have a service running, then your system might have a Trojan installed. One can remove a Trojan using any normal antivirus software. That's it for today video, guys. If anyone has any doubts or any issues with this or any doubts, you can free to mail me this mail. I have mentioned it last slide. Okay.